Hello and welcome to this quick start video on the Benro Phonographer P1 phone stabilizer. In this short video, we'll walk you through the Benro mobile application, calibrating your gimbal, and using the advanced features to help you create dynamic imagery using your P1 smartphone stabilizer. If this is your first time using the app, you should perform an initial calibration on your gimbal. Let's get started. First, make sure your phone is balanced. For detailed instructions on how to balance your phone on the P1 gimbal, please refer to our balancing video. First, download the Benro Red Dog app to your mobile device. Power on your P1 gimbal and make sure your phone has Bluetooth enabled. Launch the Benro app. The first screen you will see is the stabilizer selection screen. Select the P1 if the app does not automatically select it for you. Once the P1 is selected, press Enter Device. Once you enter the device, you will be prompted to pair with nearby devices that are powered on. Select your device. Once your device is selected, you will be prompted to upgrade the firmware if necessary. If you don't see this screen right away, press the gear icon in the top left corner and press General. Within the Camera tab, you can change settings such as resolution, codec, bitrate, add grid lines, and adjust zoom and focus settings. Now let's navigate to the Gimbal tab in the same menu. Here you will find the preset shooting scenarios. Run, which allows less sensitivity and faster response. Walk provides more sensitivity and slower response. Custom allows you to make your own preset. If you drop down the Customized Button submenu, here you can customize 2 buttons on the gimbal to 4 different functions, each dependent on how long you press the button. Follow Mode Toggle switches your P1's shooting mode between Pan Follow and Omnidirectional Follow. Orientation Switch will rotate your phone's orientation between horizontal and vertical shooting modes. Wireless Charge enables wireless charging on compatible devices. Turn 180 degrees will rotate your phone 180 degrees, which allows you to capture whip pans, higher quality selfies, and more. Switch Camera will switch the enabled camera between front-facing and rear-facing. Parameters will pop up the parameter setting menu, and Scenarios will pop up the scenario menu for quick switching. Now let's calibrate the drift by pressing Drift Calibration. For best results, drift calibration can be achieved by turning off your gimbal, removing your smartphone, locking the motors, and folding up the gimbal. Once you've done this, turn your gimbal back on and make sure it's connected to your smartphone. Press Drift Calibration and start. Your P1 will now go through a short calibration process. Your app will notify you when successfully completed. You may now rebalance and restart your P1. Let's proceed with the level calibration. This process will go through all facets of your P1's rotations. For level calibration, your P1 needs to be in a standing position on a flat surface. Press Level Calibration and start. The P1 will automatically calibrate and will disengage the motors when completed. If you are unsuccessful, double-check your balance, or if there is an obstruction, and try again. Once completed, you will get a notification if it was successful. To restart the gimbal, press the Restart button. One amazing feature of the Benro P1 is the ability for it to track faces and objects. You can enable this by tapping the Photo Video button on the right side of the screen. This will bring up the multiple modes available to shoot in. On the left side, scroll and select Face Track, then tap to the side of the menu to exit. If the feature does not automatically detect a face, simply draw a box with your finger around the face you want to track. Press record and the face tracking will begin automatically adjusting the gimbal to focus on the face you are tracking. Object tracking works the same way. The Motion Time-Lapse feature allows you to create a time-lapse with dynamic motion. With the Motion Path feature, you can create custom motions for your time-lapse. On the left side of the Modes menu, scroll until you find the Motion Time-Lapse button. Tap outside the box to prepare your time-lapse. You select points by using the joystick to turn the phone to your start, middle, and end, and then clicking the rear trigger to choose each point. Once these are selected, tap Next. Now choose the time interval between shots, the number of photos you'd like to take, and exposure values if you choose to adjust it. Once these are selected, press the record button on the handle to begin the time-lapse. The time-lapse will automatically save to your phone. The panorama feature allows you to fit more of the amazing view into your photos and take stunning panoramas. On the right side, scroll until you find Panorama. Once selected, tap to the side of the menu to close and return to the view screen. Once on the screen, press the record button on the handle to start the panorama. Try your best to keep the gimbal still. Now you know your way around the Benro Phonographer mobile app. So get out there and shoot something spectacular!